Hello everyone, today in this video we are going to study about AND gate. In the previous video we discussed about introduction to the logic gates, types of logic gate, and one of our important basic gate, that is NOT gate. In this video we will discuss about AND gate. Its symbols, truth table, and timing diagram of the AND gate will be discussed in this video. So let's get started. First of all, what is AND gate? Now AND gate is a logic gate which produces high output when all inputs are high. If any one of the input is low, then the output of AND gate will be low. The input of AND gate may be 2 or more than 2. But in the previous video we have seen that the input of the NOT gate is only 1. But in the case of AND gate we have 2 or more than 2 inputs. This is a symbol of AND gate. Here A and B represent the input and Y represent the output. As you can see there, Y is equal to A dot B, and this dot represent the AND operations. And AND operations means Boolean multiplications. In the Boolean algebra, this dot represent the Boolean multiplication. Come to the truth table for two input AND gate. To draw the truth table for two input AND gate, first of all we need possible combinations for the input, and to calculate the possible combinations for the input we have a formula that is given by n is equal to 2 to the power small n, where this small n represents the number of input. In our case we have 2 input, so it will become 2 to the power 2 equal to 4. Now the 4 possible combinations of the input A and B is shown in the table there. It may be 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, or 1 1. And from the definitions of the AND gate we can see that the output of AND gate will be high only if both the input A and B are high. And in the rest of the 3 cases, any one of the A and B is 0, so the output is also 0. Come to the AND gate. We know the timing diagram represents the graphical structure for the input and output. Now to draw the timing diagram for two input AND gate, first of all we need the graph of input A and input B. Suppose this is my input A and this is my input B. Here I have written the numbers 0 and 1, and this 0 and 1 represent the low and high state of the inputs. And from the figure you can see that the graph A or the input A is changing its value in some point from low to high, and also the input B is changing its value from low to high or high to low. Now I will draw the red dot line here, which show the point where the input A and input B are changing their value. Now as you can see in the first red line, the input A is changing its value from 0 to 1, and also the input B is changing its value from 0 to 1. Likewise in the second dot line you can see that the input A is changing its value from 1 to 0, and the input B is still in the 1. Likewise in the third line you can see that input A is changing its value from 0 to 1, and the input B is changing its value from 1 to 0. And similarly you can see in the other red dot line the values of input A and input B are changing. We need this point to determine the output graphical representation. Now to draw the output graphical representation, first of all we need the truth table of AND gate, and we have this truth table for the AND gate. We know that the truth table of AND gate is high, or output of AND gate is high only when both the inputs are high. On the basis of the truth table we can draw the output. Now this is my output. I will explain it here. You can see that input A is 0 here, and input B is also 0 here, and it is 0. From the table you can see if both A and B is 0, then the output will be 0. Likewise, if both the output are high, A is high here 1 and B is also 1 high here, and this output is also 1. From the truth table you can see that when both the inputs are high, then the output is also high. Likewise you can see it here, if the A is 0 and B is 1, the output is 0. So similarly in the remaining point, by focusing on the truth table of the AND gate, we will be able to draw the output of AND gate. Now come to this logic gate simulator. I have opened my logic gate simulator to verify the truth table of the AND gate. We have stated that AND gate produces high output when both the inputs are high. So we will verify this statement in this logic gate simulator here. Let me bring my AND gate here. This is my AND gate and this is my input. I need two inputs. This is my input A, and I will do my input B, and I also need a output. This is my output. This is Y, my output. This red color represent the high and white color represent low. So first of all, I will make it low. Both A and B are low. Now I will connect it to the logic gate, and I will also connect my output to the logic gate. Now as you can see here, both the inputs are 0, that is in white color, and both are in 0 state now, and output is also 0. Now I will change the state of this input. Let's make it high and B is 0, output is 0 here. Similarly, when A is 0 and B is high, output is also 0 here, and when both the inputs are high, then the output is higher.